welcome to Fifth Third Stadium, home to the Kennesaw State Owls. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Groupers, taking on a team from Conference USA, the Kennesaw State Owls. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Kennesaw State ready to kick it off and get this game going. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Groupers offense will get the first crack at it here. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him, and I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. It's a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Groupers will call on their punt team. Having to kick it away after a 3-and-out's not what they had in mind. Slips through the line. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. So the Kennesaw State Owls offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can...
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Back to throw, it's Rivers. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
How about this defense coming out the gates? First drive, getting to the quarterback. They wanted to affect the quarterback, make him feel uncomfortable. Already 2 sacks on this first drive.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They boot it away. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Gives it on the option. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Running back searching for a hole. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. The Groupers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On the option. He'll toss it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play. And the Groupers have it with a 1st and 10. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground game on the left. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The groupers look to keep this drive humming. From the gun, running back on the move. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run the option. Hard running there. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Past the first down marker and still running. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Quarterback on the keeper. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. He'll keep it himself. Nice move to keep running. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. He leaves it with his back. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. They'll try to get it in with the run. Looking for the end zone. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Middle Tennessee is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Murfreesboro, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 7 over Troy. Just another week of college football where we've come to
turning it on! And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll run play action. Wide open downfield. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grabs it inside the 10. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. With the run on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Fires into the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Right down the boulevard. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He gets a block, and he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Wide receiver going in motion. Here's the handoff. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. To the ground with the back. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. They'll leave it with him. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Taking down at the 49. Brings up 2nd down.
They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. The option look. Look out, he's got room. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down.
And that's a first down for the offense.
He'll pull it on the read. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Went with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Goes to the option. He'll do it himself. He has the first and still on his feet. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense.
First down for the offense.
They go to the ground. We'll give him a couple on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on 1st down, now here they come again. From the gun, running back gets to give. They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20. Here they come facing 3rd and long from the 20. The give to the back. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. And the groupers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. Oh, and he missed it. No good. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4.
That's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So, let's see.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And that is why this defense is so good. They get after the quarterback and get him on the ground. That's their 3rd on the day, and they're number 1 in the country in sacks, and they have been a problem for every offense they've faced.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Bring in the heat. Makes the catch. It's Diggs. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. The give to the big fullback. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Trying play action. Buys a little time with his feet. Still on his feet at the 45. Breaks into the open.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Quarterback on the keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one. You have to wonder, after missing a field goal on the last drive, how are they going to play this third down? The give to the tailback. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. It's good. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Sends it back in motion. Back to throw. It's Rivers. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Zings it complete to the right. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Lost one deep down the right side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Kick is in the air. He'll make the fair catch at the 44, and they'll have terrific field position. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. On the option. He'll toss it. He'll be knocked out of bounds after picking up a few. The Groupers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run the option. And the ball is free on the pitch.
And I tell you what, it's hard to be a quarterback in an option offense when you got so many things you have to be accountable for, and then you got to take care of the football, right? When you do make the decision to run, right or wrong, it's your decision. Now you got to wrap that thing up. You can't fumble the football now.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Diggs.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down the 14-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The give on the option. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Off play action. And it's picked off at the goal line. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
That is one the quarterback is going to want to have back. It's touchdowns or it's checkdowns once you get down to the red zone. You can't get too aggressive and greedy trying to fit the football into small windows, and as a result, QB throws a pick.
They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. The give to the back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. just feeds the running back. At the 20, he's got space. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say this has been a fun watch so far in Kennesaw. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Fifth Third Bank Stadium.
And the groupers will kick it off to start the second half.
Set to advance on the football.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. After the lack of production in the first half, plenty to talk about. Let's see what they can dial up here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think you stay calm. I think you make adjustments, Jesse. I think you realize what they're doing to us and how can I attack that. But you also tell the guys, low-scoring game, still very much in this. We can still be who we are.
It's a good point. I think on offense, this is not the time to reinvent the wheel. I think you stay true to who you are and what your identity is. And you've got to show confidence in your guys to go out and just execute better here in the second half.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Kennesaw State right back to work.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. And just when they thought they had a chance to pull even, the flag wipes it out, and they'll have to go back to work. Now the play fake. Complete to the left. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. To the air. It's Rivers. A little release to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. Fitted in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Toledo is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up 14 over the groupers. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Now on the option. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. It'll be 3rd and long. looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Not a ton of play calls for third in California when you're on offense. You know you're going to have your quarterback holding on to the football. You really got to think about how you're going to protect him. Offensive coordinator may want to think about using more max protect schemes, get more bodies in to give this quarterback a chance.
The groupers will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll make the fair catch at the 44, and they'll have terrific field position. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. On the ground, it's Diggs. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. Trying to pick up a first down. To the air, it's Rivers. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. Oh, that's one that can mess with your confidence. That is horrible. And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. Here comes the offense back onto the field. He'll keep it himself. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. And the groupers will try to pin them back with the punt. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. They'll pull it on the read. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the gun, the running back has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. The play action fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Kelly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Peterson. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The groupers have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Power football with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. And the groupers will line up to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. He'll do it himself. Fighting off the defender. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. Can't wait to see how this fourth quarter is going to go and see who can come out on top in this barn burner. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Handoff from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to run for it. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
All right, they showed this in the first half, right? Loaded up, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the second half? Come back now, pull some guys, go the other direction, have success. Great job by the coaching staff.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Quarterback on the keeper. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Rivers. Grabs it in the middle. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Slithers into space. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44. This Kennesaw State offense is on the move. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Finds the tight end. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Under fire. Got a little space. There he goes. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. Kennesaw State coming out with another 1st down. They'll run it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the 4th quarter take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all of the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be dragged down. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. He'll keep it himself. Shakes off the defender.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
And not even a chance to pitch it as he is slammed down in the backfield. Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. He'll pull it down and run. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Makes a man miss. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Hauls it in easily enough for the 1st down. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
And that's a 1st down for the offense.
They just keep firing. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. And back to the air on 2nd down. Running into the open space. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the 4th, and the brain trust will go to work. They want to continue this long drive. 9th play coming. It's 3rd and 5. Release to the back. And it's incomplete on 3rd down. So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. Guys, final minute of play, and we are all tied up.
That is a massive kick late here in the game to tie it up. And now, can your defense do their job and at minimum hold them scoreless here to put this thing into OT, or even better, can they get you the football back and give you an opportunity to win the game?
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Scanning the field, it's Rivers working that wide receiver screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. To the air on 1st down. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Give to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. The holder will find his spot at the 38-yard line. That means a 48-yarder and a chance to win it. And it's good. The game winner. That's the entire scenario you build up in your head in the backyard. Final drive, everything on the line, and you get the W.
So dang cool. How many times did you do it in your backyard just like that, like you're talking about, Reese, making the play to win the game on the final drive when your team needed it the most, Jesse, just coming through in the clutch.
Yeah, as players, you love this, and that's why you rep it in practice throughout the week, these 2-minute type situations late in games. What are you going to dial up? What can you go execute? What can you lean on in order to get the W here? Great job by the offense.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.